Hey guys, this is Shannon with Shannon Steel Labs again. We're going to be testing today and reviewing the E.T.T, which is like a hybrid machete and chopper. So I'll give you guys a close-up view, and it is 156 thousandths thick CPM 3V. Overall length is about 23.5 inches, so just under 2 feet long. The blade is probably about 18 inches of that. It is full high convex ground. It tapers very slightly towards the tip. It still has a very strong tip area. And, well, we'll get to chopping some stuff for you guys. Alright, we're going to start with some smaller stuff today. So, things that range between 3/4 of an inch all the way up to 1.5 to 2 inches. So, anything between 1 to 1.5 inches is a sweet spot. If you hit it good, it'll generally go through one shot, no problem. Alright, this next one's a little bit thicker, so try to give it a 1. There we go, nice and clean. Do another one. Alright, so as you guys can see, doing small stuff like this, going fast, definitely really helps. Just power right through it. That's pretty much it for little stuff. We can pan to this one right here. It's like a wrist snap. So, okay, so we're moving on to thicker stuff. So things between like 2.5 all the way up to like 3 or so inches. These will probably take a little longer because this is so light. So we'll give it a couple of shots. Alright, that went probably 3/4 of the way through, so we should probably get on this shot. A little bit more, maybe one more hit. No, that's good. Heads up. Like 3 hits. Move on to the slightly bigger one. Oh, that was pretty bad. Almost there. This is definitely a hardwood. There we go. Alright, so harder wood obviously is going to take a little longer to chop through, but even though it's so thin, still super tough because it's CPM 3V. I believe it's heat treated between 59 and 60 Rockwell, which any other machete, if you hardened it to that high on the scale, would snap right in half, be way too brittle. But this stuff, can't do that in anything else. I mean, you can do it with 5160 if it's hardened to like 56 roughly, or 54, but this stuff's crazy, and you should. Alright, am I close enough? Most machetes you won't be able to do this with. Let's see if we can still get it. Not many things you can chop and still, oh, we drew a little blood accidentally, but you can still shave hair with it, no problem. That's after chopping through oak, pine, everything else, so pretty sweet stuff. Alright, so we're back to more large stuff, or between medium and large. So we'll see how many chops takes to get through this, see if we can get the sweet spot. Here we go, 2 hands. And tiny over here. was a little bit low. Alright, hopefully this one will go right through. Alright, so big stuff like this obviously is going to be much more difficult to cut through. But with the strength and toughness of this, you shouldn't have any issues. You'll still go through it. Obviously it's going to take a long time. You might be a little tired and winded like I am. But because the grind is so thin and the steel can take the grind, it's extremely good cutting geometry. It allows you to take big chunks out of the wood even though it's super light. Alright, so after all this chopping, this is the same outing. I haven't sharpened it or anything. I don't have any sharpening gear with me. Hopefully this is still sharp enough. Oh, the whole blade is that sharp. Now, I only took it to 600 grit in the grinder, but I recently put the buffing wheel in the grinder and it just took a crazy edge. Even all the way at the heel, it's really sharp, all the way up to the top, all the way to the tip. So, I mean, that shows you guys that this stuff, it's great steel. Really love it. I have several customs that I've made for people with 3V. And it's by far one of my favorite steels. I mean, as you guys can see, it's super tough. It holds an edge for a really long time, and it stays sharp. I mean, it's awesome. All right, so now we're gonna be going on to the really big stuff. I'm not gonna chop all the way through this because it'd probably take me all day. I'd be really tired, my hand would be sore. But I'll show you like the performance of the grind up close somewhat. So here we go. Ooh. Alright, so just to show you guys how the edge retention holds up, we have a piece of paper over here that I'll show you in just a sec. Hopefully we'll still be able to cut right through this, no problem. Alright, awesome, still very sharp. Now after chopping like that, you might want to strop the edge just a tiny bit. So yeah, it does need to be touched up a hair, but it's definitely not dull. So that shows you the performance of the full high convex grind, which is also the strongest grind that we have that I make. A little bit more expensive, more time and labor, but definitely by far the best performing grind that we have. So more about the company, I do have a Facebook page, so www.facebook.com/Shannon Steel Labs. Also I have an Instagram, which is Colin_Shannon665. That hopefully will be changed to Shannon Steel Labs very shortly on Instagram. Also, if you live in Massachusetts, in the Norwood Armory, we have, I believe, 5 knives total. So first off, we have 2 Conquest knives, which are the basic entry-level knife that we have. It's still very high-quality steel. It's hardened to 59 Rockwell. They all have full flat grinds. They're fantastic for like hunting, skinning tasks similar to that. We have 2 Famine series knives. One of them is a limited edition with carbon fiber. Those are both 80 CRV2, hardened to about 60 Rockwell, so they have great edge tension. It's not stainless steel. And then we have one of the War Machines, which is the same steel as this, CPM 3V. It's hardened to 60 Rockwell. It's about 7 to 9 inches long. I can't remember the specs quite offhand. It has carbon fiber pins, layered G10, fully epoxied. Very, very strong knife. 3/16 of an inch thick, so about 188 thousandths thick roughly. That runs about $200 because of that has a full flat grind. It's a little different than the full high convex, but that's also very sharp knife too. It's super tough. I did some testing on it before I finished it up. So I'm sure you can find the Norwood Armory on Facebook as well. They have, as I said, several of my custom knives. This is probably going to be about 300 when it's completed. I'm going to clean it up, make it nice and good, restrop it. Probably change the handle to black G10. It's a little bit thicker because it's very narrow. Probably bring it to the Norbert Armory as well, but as of right now, it's up for sale. If anybody wants it, I'll finish it and complete it within the next few weeks. Alright, that should be the end of the video. Stay safe and stay sharp.